Hi everyone, it's Lori and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. So guess what, guys? She is finished. So I know I said in the last video we would finish up the last few things in the next video. However, I was feeling very inspired, and I believe that when I am inspired, I need to go ahead and try to do what it is that I want to do. And unfortunately at the time I could not get my webcam working right. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I did finally get that fixed, but in the meantime I did finish the journal, because again, like I said, I know me and I know I need to do it whenever I feel inspired. So this is going to be our flip through of my guest design team project for Amy at CraftyCat. So are you guys ready? Here she is, guys. So this is my journal. In this journal, and she's a fatty too, guys. She is a real fatty. Yep. She's a biggin. So, in this journal, I used primarily the buttons kit, but I also used the 1891, the 18th century coloring book, as well as last minute I had added the Ada kit. So we'll just get right into this with the flip through. So it is 2 signatures, 164 pages. She is 9.5 by 6 with a 2-inch spine, and it does have a middle removable insert. And closed, guys, she's huge. She is a little over 3.5 inches, and I got this closed as tight as I could get it to stay. And when it's open, it is actually over 5 inches. So we will go ahead and get into her. So for the closure, I just used some sari silk. I have a kind of a off-white cream looking color and a pink. So that is what we used for the closure. And so on the front here, I do have one of these pictures here that I picked out that I used on the front. And I did use the, let's see, I believe it was Distressed Collage Medium, and it was in the vintage photo. So I did go over this picture with that. So I thought that was just really pretty. These 2 snippets here with the buttons on it is from Nancy over at Wishes and Weeds. This is a piece of my vintage crochet dolly that I have. I just decided to take a piece of that off and use it here. And then this is one of those vintage, what all is this, different lace snippet with a little button here. And then underneath here, this is a vintage dolly that I put underneath. So just got lots of clustering and layering going on the front. So I'll just hold this up so maybe you guys can see that a little bit better. So that's what that looks like. And on the spine, I actually did put, I'm going to kind of move this out of the way, that's for our removable insert. So on the spine, this is my snippet roll, my very first one that I made. We do have some vintage yo-yos on here. Some buttons, some are vintage and some are not. So the 2 pink ones, the lighter pink ones and the darker pink ones, and the blue one here is actually just in a container that my granddaughter brought me. She brought it in here in the craft room one day and said, "Here, Nene, we got you some buttons." They know I like my buttons. So that's what these are that go straight down the middle. These 2 buttons here are vintage, and these 2 buttons were actually in a container that I had gotten from my Aunt Linda after she passed. So these are very special to me, as this whole little snippet is, because it is the first one. I did do some hand stitching on it, which I'm not great at yet, but I'm trying. But all this right in here is hand stitched. Then I have a little paper flower here, and this is from Claudia over at Timeless Crochet for You. Sorry. Yeah, and just some clustering and layering going on here. And then on the back, I just put another piece of crocheted lace on here. So we're going to turn her over and get into her. Sorry guys, I'm going to take a quick drink of water. I've just been talking way too much today, evidently. Okay, hopefully that'll help and get us through this book. Alright, so on the inside cover here, I did paint the edges around here in that rose gold that we got. We painted the whole book in there, and then back here I did take a page from the buttons kit and glued it down there. And then right here we have a pocket that was also part of the very first snippet that I had made, so I just cut off a piece of that and put it here, made a pocket out of it. And in here we have a vintage letter, and this was from a Mr. Ashmore, who was in the United States Air Force in Lackland Air Force Base in Texas. This is dated 1968, and this is a letter that he had sent to his wife. Now, I have not read this letter. I bought a whole stack of them and got a really good deal, so I do know that the ones I have read, every one of them start out with a really sweet sentiment, so I suspect this one is no different. So I did include one of those that goes in this pocket here. And then I did include some vintage buttons, and then this set of vintage buttons, this is blue pearls, and the little card actually says thank you, so I did include that, so you will get that. I thought it was only fitting since the primary kit that I used was the buttons kit. So guys, I'm going to do the best I can with this. It's kind of hard to get, hold her down because she's massive. So this is a page from the buttons kit. And then this is just a lady that I cut out. I had showed you guys the copies that I had made. This was from an 1871 Patterson's magazine that was actually in book form, which I didn't even know existed until I found that. So I just fussy cut one of those out and put it there. And then we have some coffee dyed paper. And then here I've just got one of the pockets from the kit and a couple of pieces of ephemera in here. And then this is another beautiful page from the kit. And I have some vintage lace here running down the side. Kind of pokes out there. And then over here we have one of the whoops, what happened there? Okay, one of the library pockets, and I just took a piece from one of the pages of the buttons kit and covered that with that. And then this is one of the tags that we made together. It's just got some vintage blue lace at the top, so that goes down in there. And then we just have some music sheet, and we have some avocado dyed paper from Denise over at Wonderbar Crafts. And then this page here is the vintage French ephemera kit 1 from Gail over at Cinnamon Tea. And then here we just have some ledger paper, and this is from Emily at M Ephemeras on Etsy. I love this paper. And then this is our over the page and belly clip, and this right here is onion skinned dyed paper. And then we just put some vintage crocheted lace at the top. And then this is the back of the over the page and belly clip, and that was inspired by Gail Augustinelli. And then this is a beautiful page from the kit, from the buttons kit. And then here I've just took some vintage lace and made a pocket and sewed around the 3 sides. And in here it's just a piece of ephemera from the kit. I cut that out and stuck it in there. You could journal on the back of that. And then this is vintage ledger paper with writing on it. And this is September 1884, September 26th. And this is actually from Emily at M Ephemera. And then this is another beautiful page from the kit, the buttons kit, with some crocheted lace here. And then I just took a bold pen and put a couple of buttons on there. And these are not vintage buttons. And then this right here is a page from Rachel at Roxy Creations, Antique Book Pages. So this is the actual page. It is not a print out. And then here's another beautiful page from the kit. I love this blue in this kit. And then this is a piece of ephemera from the kit, and I just cut it out and made a pocket, put a little thumbnail there. And then this right here is actually from the Ada kit, so I just cut it out. I copied it or printed it on that antique paper that Gail has over on her favorite things, and just cut it down to size and folded it up, stuck it in this pocket here. And then right here we just have some handmade mulberry paper. And then another beautiful page from the kit. I love those yellow roses. So pretty. That's actually my mom's favorite rose. And then we have some straw paper, and this is from Rachel at Roxy Creation. And then this is a paper ruffle, and this is from Claudia over at Timeless Crochet for You. And then we just have a piece of lavender paper. This is the vintage paper that I had gotten at an estate sale. Feels textured. It's really nice paper. And then this is another page from the kit. I think this one, I'm not sure if it's the buttons or the 1891, so I apologize for that. And then over here we have one of the little window pockets inspired by Dee Dee. This was one of my 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas projects that I did. And then there's a little pocket here. Got this little girl in the window. This is from the buttons kit. And then there is a pocket here. I did not put anything in that pocket. And there's also a pocket in the back. But she just got so fat I just couldn't add anything else to her. This is a tag that we made, and this has some vintage seam binding. That's a little tag that we made together. And then we have a vintage playing card that has a yellow rose on it, so I thought that would go good with the kit. And then this paper here is from Dawn at the Book Vandal shop. And then we just have some kids writing paper to teach them how to write in cursive. And some, what is this, guys? Is this ledger paper? Yeah, I have no clue. I'm going blank. Then we have another beautiful page from the buttons kit. And then here we have a small piece of vintage lace. And I just took a couple of pieces of the ephemera from the kit, and I had printed it and shrunk a lot of them down and just made a little cluster there. And then this is a piece of coffee dyed paper. This is vintage, some vintage fabric, and I just made a fabric ruffle and put it there. Just some pink paper. Then another page from the kit. This is from the buttons kit. And then this is our fabric flip. That's on some avocado dyed paper. So that is the fabric flip. And then this pocket right here. So this is made from the 1891 digital, and I just took 2 sheets of paper and put them together. This is the middle of our signature, and just made pockets on each side and glued it here, and on each side made pockets. This is from the 18th century coloring book, and this is a watercolor that we had done, so I put that in there. And then I printed out some more of these, but I thought I would just leave these blank and not color them. You guys can watercolor them, or you can use coloring pencils. So the rest of these in here, minus one pink one that we did together, I just left blank so you guys could color those. So this is the middle of the signature, and here I do have just a couple of buttons down here. And then here's the other side, and again I put 2 pieces. These I did shrink down and print 2 to a page, and I believe I had it on portrait style, and this is the size that they came out, and I just cut those out and put these in there for you guys to color or leave as is, whatever you decide to do. And again, this is the 1891. And then we have some avocado dyed paper. This is another page from the kit, from the buttons kit. And this right here is my square coffee dyed coffee filter, and I just took, this is a piece from the kit, and put it there for a little collage. And then this right here I believe is from Tina, and then just put a little rose there. These right here, this is ephemera from the kit, and I just shrunk it way down, that way they would fit in here. And then we just put a little word here that says "Own Who You Are." And in this pocket back here, we've just got a couple of, a journaling card, and then we have a tag from the Ada kit, and we just put some vintage crocheted lace up there. So that goes there, and that's just on that pink paper. Then we have some coffee dyed paper. This is another piece of that vintage lace, and then just did a little collage in here with ephemera from the kit. There's another beautiful page from the kit. And then some more of that ledger paper and kids writing paper. The other side of the paper from Dawn at the Book Vandal shop. This is another pocket that was inspired by Dee Dee in her 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas. This right here is a tag that we made together. This is some Tina numbers. And that just goes in this pocket. It does have a window in it. And then in this pocket, I just put one of the weekly time cards. And it's just like a trifold. It just folds out. So that's in that pocket. And then we have our tag up here. And you can change that out and make your own journaling card to go in there if you'd like. This is another side of that buttons kit. And then some more of that lavender paper. And on this side of the straw paper from Rachel at Roxy Creation, I put one of the snippets that we had made. I believe we made some of these together, and then I went back and sewed the buttons on there. And that is just, yep, that's just on that straw paper. And then here's another beautiful page from the buttons kit. And that mulberry paper. And then here, this was another page from the kit, some ephemera. And again, I just took the Ada kit, printed it out on the aged paper, and folded it for it to go right down in there, so you can open that up and journal on it. And then here's another beautiful page from the buttons kit, and that vintage, antique book page from Rachel at Roxy Creation. And then on this one, I just put some of that light blue vintage lace to bring out the light blue here. There's another page from the buttons kit. The other side of that 1884 ledger paper. And then some, I believe that's onion skin, or it may be tea dyed, I'm not sure. And then this pocket was also one of the 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas from Dee Dee. And this is a journaling card that we made together. And in this pocket back here is a piece of ephemera from the kit. And in this one, it does have a pocket back here. But again, she was so fat, I just didn't put anything in that pocket. So there's that. Then we have another beautiful page from the buttons kit. And then this pocket here was also one of the 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas. And we have a journaling card from the kit. And then in this pocket, I actually put this picture of a bird. I had gotten this from an Etsy shop. I believe it was Diane, perhaps, over at, is it Pretty Pink Cottage? Something like that. I really don't remember. But this is the Audubon. And it's just talking about that bird. But this was, I believe, actually, there's some kind of disc on there. So I guess there was something. Can you guys see that? Some way you were supposed to be able to, I guess, listen to information about that bird. And this right here that I used for this is part of the buttons kit. So that just slides up in there. We have that card. And then there's another ledger paper from Emily. And then the back side of that vintage French ephemera from Gail over at Cinnamon Tea. And some avocado dyed paper from Denise at Wonderbar Crafts, music sheet. And then this is just, again, some vintage lace, and I've put a bullpen with some buttons on it here. And this lace is really cool because this actually sticks up quite a bit. I really love that. And then here is another page from the buttons kit. Then we've got a pocket here. This one right here, I believe it may have been from the Ada, and I just printed a page from that kit out on cardstock and cut it down and made a pocket out of it. Then we have some ephemera from the kit. A bingo card. This is just really thin paper on that, and then another journaling card from the kit in that pocket, and that is on coffee dyed paper. And then that's the last page of the first signature, and this is from the buttons kit. This right here, guys, is our middle insert. As you can see, it just comes right out, so you can take this out. So it's actually just made with two envelopes made out of like the craft colored envelopes, and I just took a page and cut it down and covered it up from the buttons kit. Then when you open it up, I actually put all the ephemera that was left in the two pockets. And right here, if you guys will remember, is that little envelope, 3-tier envelope that we made, and I didn't really find a place in the journal where I wanted to put it, so I just wanted to give it to ever who ended up with this journal. You can do what you want to with it. So there's that. And then this is the rest of the ephemera that was in the kit in this pocket. And I've also included 2 of my square coffee dyed coffee filters that I actually sell in my Etsy shop. And then this is just on there with a paper clip. And then on the back side of the envelope, I did the same thing. Just took a page from the kit and covered that. So that's that. And the second signature, this is a page from the buttons kit. And then this is another one of those cutouts that I did of the ladies that was in the 1871 Patterson's magazine, one or the other. I didn't get confused. And then we have some coffee dyed paper. And then this is another page from the kit with some vintage lace. And then here we have one of the library pockets, and I just took 2 pieces from the ephemera and did a little collage here. And then this is one of the tags that we made with some vintage lace. It's a really pretty color. We have a music sheet, some avocado dyed paper, another page from the vintage French ephemera, kit 1 from Gail over at Cinnamon Tea, some of that ledger paper, our other over the page and belly clip, that vintage crocheted lace at the top, and this I believe is onion skin, or it may even be tea dyed. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it may be tea dyed. And then this is another page from the buttons kit. And then this pocket was a piece of ephemera in the kit, or yeah, part of the ephemera in the kit, and so was this. So I just cut this down and we just stuck it in that pocket right there. And then here's some of that this looks like 1889. So it may be 1889, guys. It might not be 1884. But some of that ledger paper from Emily. And then another page from the buttons kit, not clip. Sorry, guys. It's getting late here. And then I did put a couple of buttons on a bulb pin there. Some of that crocheted lace. And a page of antique book page from Rachel. Then here's another beautiful page from that buttons kit. Those are so pretty. I love these pages. And then over here, I'm going to have to start trying to hold her down, guys, because she's wanting to flip up, is another just one of those that I cut out, put a thumb hole, and printed out a page from the Ada kit and put it in there, and it does open up like the rest of them for writing. And then we have some mulberry paper. Another page from the buttons kit. And then we have some more straw paper, and we have that paper ruffle from Claudia over at Timeless Crochet for You. Some of that lavender paper. Another page from the buttons kit. And then this pocket was also a part of my 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas. This is the tag that we made together. And then this is collaged with the minus this from the paper from the kit. And again, I didn't put anything in here because she was just getting too fat. And this is that page from Dawn at the Book Vandal Shop. That's coffee dyed. And that kid's writing paper, learning how to do cursive. And a ledger paper. I guess that's a ledger. What is that, guys? Anyway. And another page from the kit. Vintage lace here, and just took one of the pieces from the kit and glued it there. Coffee dyed paper. Again, this is vintage fabric, and I just made a ruffle and put it on there. Just have some pink paper here. And then over here, this is part of the kit. This is a library pocket. And this is also from the kit, a journaling card. And then I just put another one of those vintage playing cards in there. And then this is another beautiful page from the kit. And then some avocado dyed paper. And this is the other double pocket that we made. And this right here is from the 1891 kit. And then this right here again is the 18th century coloring book. And that's the pink one that we colored. And again, the rest of these I just left blank. All I did was cut them out. Printed them on cream colored cardstock and inked around the edges. That's there. This is the middle of the Sackett signature. And then we have a couple of buttons here. And then on this side we have two more of the, this journaling card from the 18th century coloring book. And then this was one of the tags. So you can color those or just leave them just as they are. So those just fit down in there. Okay guys, it's getting very hard to hold her open. And then we just have some avocado dyed paper here, and we have that other fabric flip that we made. And this is a page from the kit. And then over here again we have one of the square coffee dyed coffee filters. Just took some of the ephemera and shrunk it down for the pockets. That one and that one. And this is whatever you are, be a good one. Just did some collage here. And then we have a journaling card and a tag from the kit. Back down in there, and that's just on that pink paper. Then we have some coffee dyed paper. And then here we have some more vintage lace and just a little collage from ephemera from the kit. And another page from the buttons kit. And that ledger paper, grid paper, whatever paper. And another one of the kids' writing sheet. I think cursive is becoming a lost art, to be honest with you. And another page from Dawn at the Book Vandal Shop. Another little pocket of my 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas. It's a tag that we made together with some seam binding at the top. And then again, I just have another one of those weekly time cards in there. And then that's what it looks like through the window. So that just goes in there. And then that goes in that pocket. And then here's another page from the buttons kit. Some of that lavender paper, straw paper with one of the lace snippets that I had made, and put some buttons on there. These right here are vintage buttons. This on these two snippets, clusters. I don't think I told you guys on that other one. And then this right here is another page from the buttons kit, some mulberry paper. And then another one of these, this ephemera from the kit, and another one of those pages that I printed out. This is the Ada, and you can just open it up and journal on that. So that just goes in here. Probably shouldn't have took this out because I'm trying to do it one-handed now. She just doesn't want to stay open. See, it goes down in there easy when you have two hands. Another beautiful page from the buttons kit. And then some of that antique book page. And then this is another one of my 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas, and a tag that we made together. And then this is a journaling card from the kit. Kind of got her peeking out up there. And then this is some of that vintage lace in another page from the buttons kit. And then that ledger paper went blank there. And then this is the onion skin paper. And again, we have another vintage lace pocket here that I've sewn. And then we have that card in there. And this is another page from the buttons kit. This is another pocket that I made from my 3 and 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas. You have a pocket back here with a journaling card in there. And then we have another one of those, the Audible Audubon. Oops, sorry guys, throwing things at you. So I just thought those were really cute. And then this was collaged and made with the buttons kit. I really love that pocket. It's really cute. And then we have some ledger paper. We have the back page of that vintage French ephemera kit 1 from Gail at Cinnamon Tea. Some avocado dyed graph paper on one side and regular paper on the other, and that is from Denise at Wonderbar Crafts. A music sheet. And then here we have some lace here, and I have some more buttons on a bulb pen. Let's try to get that turned back around the way it's supposed to be. And, or not, there we go. Another beautiful page from the kit and that vintage lace. And then there is a pocket here, and we have some journaling cards here from the kit. And there, another bingo card. And then another page from the kit. And if you'll remember this right here, we actually went over it with that Stains by Patty Pocket from Patricia Veramonte. So that's in there. That's just coffee dyed paper. And then this is the last page, another beautiful page from the buttons kit. And on the back, I took another section of the kind of hold it up just a little bit, of that snippet that I had made, and put it there and made a pocket. And again, here we just have, leaving stuff out, we just have a page from the kit that I put down here on the back cover. And then in this pocket we have a letter or some sort to a woman named Barbara Cohen, who lived in San Diego, California, and this is postmarked 1965, and I have not read the letter, so I have no idea what it's about. So that'll be just for ever who gets this journal. And then we have 3 glass buttons here, and they are vintage, and just some more vintage buttons here. I just like that card it was on with the yellow. It worked out really good with the kit. And then this is the back cover. So that is it, guys. This is my guest design team project. Look at her, guys. Absolutely massive. This is over 5 inches right here. Well over 5 inches. Let's go ahead and measure her again real quick. And this has probably been the longest flip through ever. So yeah, this is actually not pushing it down. This is actually almost 6 inches. So this right here, guys, almost 6 inches. Massive, massive journal. So again, I want to thank Amy for inviting me to be a guest design team member for CraftyCat. Just really excited about this journal. I do love how it turns out, or how it turned out. Amy, I want to thank you again. I want to thank all of my subscribers for going along with me on this journal and this project, and also for supporting me and my channel and being here for me during this project. It really, really means a lot to me. I'm trying to get her squished down, guys. It's kind of hard to do, but she is huge. There we go. So this is the conclusion of my first, I hope, of many design team projects for Amy over at CraftyCat. This in the next couple of days will be, I will put it in my Etsy shop. So yeah, thank you all for your support. Thank you again, Amy. You guys going over and see Amy at CraftyCat. I believe it's CraftyCat USA on Etsy. Thank you all so much. I mean, I just can't tell you enough how much your support means to me. I hope you have enjoyed this process and this journey with me. And I hope you love how she turned out. I love you guys. Y'all have an amazing, amazing evening. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.